Hello, Flosstube. Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches here with my Flosstube update number 389. I'm trying to stick my update in here real quick this morning, a little earlier than usual, because my older sister is out with an appointment this morning and waiting on my younger sister to give her, she's having an eye examination, so she can't drive. So my younger sister's gonna pick her up and bring her and all that stuff. So I have a few minutes here on my own, so I can try to squeeze my video in this morning. I don't have a whole lot to talk about, so hopefully I'll be able to squeeze it in. Sorry, I'm going to move this a little bit here. So last Saturday was the 31st of May, and I still had a little bit of stitching I was going to do on my second new start for last month, the Hello from Liz Matthews Parade of Elephants. So I'm not taking out the plastic, sorry, I have here. So I had worked on it a little bit, of course, like I guess Friday and Saturday or something, and I had started doing the first elephant, the outline of the first elephant, and then I realized I had made a mistake and I had to pull basically almost all of it out. So, but I was able to do a little more work on it. So there's my first elephant. Oh, there's a cat hair also. Sorry. But, so yeah, I managed to get the outline of that first elephant. And I got all these elephants only have 3 feet. It's a weird thing that I guess, you know, the 4th foot is like not showing. They only have 3 feet. Anyway, but so the only thing I didn't do was the fill in on this elephant. But so as of the 31st of May, that's done. So that was my second of my WIPGO new starts for May. So for June, I'm doing the summer cross stitch camp on June, July, and August. So for June, the challenge was to do something that shows whether you're a daytime or nighttime stitcher. And since I'm basically both, I had chosen to do Celestial Sisters, which is a Silver Creek Samplers. Let me take this one out of the plastic. The Silver Creek Samplers design. Here come the dogs. And sorry about that. They're fussling around. But okay, yeah. So this is a Biscorn unit. It has a daytime side and a nighttime side. So I started working on the daytime side of this. And where did I just have it in my hand. There it is. And this is where I am so far. So I've got let me put this behind it here. I've got the sun almost all done. And there's like 4 of these little suns around the outside here. So I've got the first one almost all the way done. So so these empty little points here are filled in with this darker of the pointy colors. So I have 3 of those to go, and then the part of this empty part of the eyes is just what's it, $37.99. These are all DMC colors, and so the other side will have a moon and some stars and stuff like that. I haven't even started on that yet. So, but so this is you know, like I said, I have to do 3 more like this, of these little sunburst, whatever they are. And then 2 more of these little cloud swirlies, you know, around here for the sun side of the design. So like I said, I've got most of the sun itself, and then the one little thing, and these, and 2 of these white swirlies. So these 3 are left, and the 2 swirls, and then of course their eyes. So and this was basically all but 1 day of this week that I've been working on this. And a lot of it was just like, you know, falling asleep part of the time. So hopefully I'll be able to finish the rest of it by no later than the middle of next week. And I don't know that well, there's some moons and stuff on this pattern. There's some little, you know, half moons apart from the actual moon, I guess. And I don't know if that'll be easier or harder than this one. It seems like it would be easier because these little moon faces are smaller, but there's more like, you know, confetti type, you know, little bitty single stitches of all of the around the stars and stuff, but that shouldn't be too hard. Yeah. So anyway, I'm hoping that, well, I have to do like back stitching around the, you know, the whole square to be the you know, the ends that you sew together when you do the biscornu. So there is back stitching around both the sun and the moon sections, but hopefully I'll get that all done by the end of the month. But I also have then my WIPGO stuff going on in June. And one of the WIPGO calls was for Black Cat season, the bell pull that I started a couple years ago by Lindy Stitches. And so this is the number 6 of the whole bell pull design. And so I did a little bit of this one. I started on, let me get this out of the way here a little bit. My needle minder, my Black Cat needle minder. I don't remember where I bought this, but yeah, I thought it was appropriate. So I did start on this one. I started with this little star thing up here on the front, and then I did all these little purple things, and then I stitched this. This is basically the border of the design. The thing about these purple things is that I think it was, yeah, that I had to do them over again because I realized, I think I had missed, I think I got them, you know, I have this black line here. This is just a 310 thread just down the side so that I knew where the edge was, the border was, so that I could put everything in the right place and I wouldn't make a mistake that way, you know, but be too far or not far enough on this side. But the problem was that I just miscounted because like some of these are on the edge of the design, right? Right up on the edge. Like I don't want to show the pattern, but just a little bit of it. So you know, some of them are like one space off of the edge, and some of them are right up against the edge, right? So this thread that I have down the side is one space, one square over from the edge of the design. So like, for instance, this little cat head is right up against the edge of the design. Sorry. hold on a second. Sorry. So anyway, so I have like this is one space over from the edge of the design. So some of these are supposed to be right up against the edge of the design. Some are, so I realized I had messed this up. So I went back and had to take all these purple stitches out and redo them all. But I was able to get to the edge to do that, and I just have to do the purple stitches on this side, and then the words Black Cat Season, and then there's a big moon and a cat that looks very much like this. And so I've gotten basically this outline, and then I have, there's some other, the little stars down here or whatever, but this is just 1 day stitching, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get this done. This is the called for fabric, and the called for threads are all almost all Weeks Dye Works. The mostly Weeks Dye Works has a couple of, like the whiskers and the little pink nose on the cat are DMC threads, but the rest is all Weeks Dye Works. And then the linen was, I think, specifically cut specifically for this project, and this is a 32 count. I'm going to go ahead and unroll it here. This is the bell pull, and these little Stephanie Webb designed these little inserts that you could choose from, like this that says meow, and this little cat head thing, and this design with the little black cats. This one right here. Sorry about that. Stop, dog. Stop it. And a couple of others that I chose not to use. I chose the ones with the cat specific designs on them. And so at the end, at the bottom, I'm going to put this meow design again. So this is Midnight Stalker. I can't remember all the names of them. I don't have them right here in front of me. But anyway, this skinny quarter of fabric was cut specifically for this project. So this will be a bell pull. I don't know quite how I'm gonna finish it to finish the project, but it there's a little bell pull topper that was designed specifically for this project, and some other things. When this first came out, I want to say, in 2023, when she first showed the design, I just went bananas for it. And just decided, ordinarily I don't bother buying the particular fabric or whatever for it, but in this case I went ahead and basically bought everything for it because I was just so jazzed about it. This is Grace Notes Fabrics Blackberry Latte, and this is, I want to say, 32 count linen. But so, these are the patterns. Midnight Walker, and what is it called? Black Cat Singing. This Cat on the Fence. Blackest Cat. May the blackest cat you've ever seen make you smile on Halloween. Black Cat Singing is the Dead of Night. Midnight Walker, Shadow Stalker, that Midnight Walker one. And this is House Panther, Beware House Panther. That's it. And then this is number 5. It's called Good Luck. See a black cat, pick it up. All the day you'll have good luck. So these are so I've done all 5 of them so far, and I'm on the 6th one now, which is just called Black Cat Season. And it one of the things she was selling with this project is the little bell pull topper thing that the bell pull goes on, and this was made by Beth Twist's husband, and I understand that he painted the little black cats on the top of this. So yeah, so you hang the fabric, the bell pull, from this little metal bar here. But anyway, so like I said, I don't know exactly how I'm going to finish it, but I also have I also have some polka dotted fabric like this for the back. So so I really want to finish this 6th design so I can do all that. So that is basically all I have going on, except that Father's Day is coming up soon, and so I'm going to stitch some more. I talked about this for my dad's birthday. I did a little bit of this to my dear father. I finished Wayfaring Stranger, which is the tribute thing I did for my dad. But so I just did a little bit of this on my dad's birthday, and so on Father's Day I think I'm going to pull it out and work on it some more. So I just have this little bit done of the house, and so I'm going to work on it a little bit more, I think, on Father's Day. And so I'm going to add that to my pile of June stitching. But anyway, I think, I want to say that's everything I've got going on. The phone call I got a minute ago was my sister letting me know that my other sister is done, so they'll be coming along shortly. So I think, anyway, I think I'm done squeezing in all my stuff that I've got going on. June is going to be a very busy month because of all the things I already showed. I still have the rest of my June WIPGO stuff, right? So I want to finish the Biscornu, and that's going to take probably the most of my time, but I also want to squeeze in 14 days worth of stitching for my two main WIPGO projects, the Black Cat Season and the Call of the Sea compass that I mentioned last week. Fortunately, the compass is the smallest of the designs for this Stacy Nash Calling of the Sea project. It comes with 3 designs, and one of the other ones, the whale, it's just a big one, is on my WIPGO board for later. But so the compass is like 60 something by 60 something, so it's pretty small. But then the other, the 2 new starts that I have are 2 of the animal crackers, also by Stacy Nash. And those, I watched a couple of tutorials about finishing them just out of curiosity, and it's pretty complicated. But fortunately, I don't have to worry about finishing them. I'm just going to do a little bit of stitching on each one. I still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do the little accessories that each one comes with. Most of them come with it. I think Millie is one of the ones that's on my June stitching, and it doesn't have like a separate little, little accessory thing like a needle book or whatever. There's Chili, which is not on my June stitching list, has a is a penguin and has a little snowman. I'll probably do that just because I like that little snowman. I think Blizzard has a little needle book or something. And I was thinking that instead of making it a needle book, maybe I'll do the little accessories like separately, or do it somehow differently. Because, you know, I don't want to go through all the hassle of making a needle book kind of thing. But I like those little designs, so I may incorporate that somehow, or do it separately somehow, or something like that. But I was thinking that, you know, I was looking at all the finishing ideas for them. You know, they're not like kind of stand-ups like you would have on, you know, just standing on their own. But most of the people that I've seen finish them have them like in a basket or a little bin or something like that. And I kind of want to do that. I'm not a big finishing person, and they're a lot of stitching. They're pretty good sized, but I am enamored of them, and so I only have the 3 that I bought at the Jingle Ball. I think they're the only ones my sister has a couple of them, and I don't know what she's going to do with them. But yeah, I part of me just like wants them all. Then there's a lot of them. But yeah, and actually I think Stacy Nash, she was at the Jingle Ball and she was talking about them, and you know, like people were saying, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this animal, you need to do that animal, and so she's got like a kind of a list of all the suggestions that she has and the ones she has planned to do and that sort of thing. Plan to design, but yeah, so it's a lot. So anyway, I think that is all I have time to talk about. Oh, and I wanted to do a shout out, Brandy, I hope you're listening, to my friend Brandy. She and I were good friends while we both lived in Little Rock. We used to hang out together and do things together. And then she went out of state and then eventually I went out of state. We sort of have kept in touch a little bit, but the other day, I mean, some time ago, I think I posted once about it, but I had gotten a mysterious package out of the blue, and it had come like from Portugal or something, and I thought, who do I know there? And there was no card or no, you know, anything on there, and so I just assumed maybe it was somebody, one of my viewers, because that's the only place I could think of where I would know somebody not in the U.S. And it turns out these are actually from my friend Brandy. She had, you know, purchased them through Portugal or whatever, so, you know, but and then she had, I guess, hadn't heard about whether they had been shipped, and so she went ahead and bought a second shipment. So here was another package I got that didn't say anything that it was where they're from, but they're little fish dishes basically, and she had sent them for my cats, because I think I had mentioned once a long time ago on, I don't know if it was on Facebook or something, I had a picture of some dishes that they used to have that I had painted for them, that were from a paint your own pottery place, and that had broken. And so she had sent these little cat dishes, basically. Anyway, they're from my friend Brandy. So mystery solved, and I'm very happy. Thank you very much, Brandy. And hopefully she'll be watching my videos from now that she knows they exist. And yeah, so yeah, I wanted to say a public thank you for that. Anyway, so my sisters have let me know that they're on their way, basically. And so I think that is all I had time for. So hopefully I'll be getting more done on all my tons of June stitching. And I think that's about it. So I am going to go, so getting ready get all my stuff out of the way for my sisters to come and get all their stuff in my way, in the way. Yeah. So I will see you next week, and hopefully I'll have more good progress on all this stuff, all the things. Until then, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.